People in Pasco County are scared right now. When fear exists in your community, I believe that leaders have a responsibility to slow things down, to provide clarity, information, and support. And over the last several weeks, I've been paying close attention to what's being said and done about immigration enforcement here in Pasco County. I've been speaking with Republicans, Democrats, NPAs, independents, and members of local law enforcement. Here's what I learned. From a law enforcement perspective, Pasco County has a state mandate through the 287G agreement that they must cooperate with immigration enforcement in certain situations. They were clear that they're going to continue cooperating. They were also clear on a couple of other things. First, they will not tolerate anybody interfering with enforcement actions. And second, they are not aware at this time of any confirmed large-scale ICE raids happening in Pasco County. They believe that enforcement has been targeted and focused on people who have committed crimes. They have relationships and trust built within our immigrant communities, and they want people who are trying to get documented to be able to succeed in doing that as long as they're not violent offenders. And this is why it really matters who is doing the enforcing. Local law enforcement knows our neighborhoods. They've built relationships and trust with some of our immigrant communities, and they understand the difference between public safety and fear-based policing. Federal agents don't have that same connection to our community. What's also clear is that there's a big gap in what people believe is the truth right now. Two people can watch the same video and one believes it shows real violence while the other person believes that it's fake or manipulated or AI generated. And that makes these conversations really difficult sometimes. But here's what I heard across party lines, and this matters. Nobody I spoke with wanted people's rights violated, even if that person's undocumented. Nobody supported overly aggressive tactics. Nobody wanted children or families put in harm's way. And everybody agreed that human rights abuses are unacceptable. As your candidate for county commissioner, here's where I stand. I believe in the rule of law. I believe in the Constitution and the freedoms it protects, like due process, equal protection, and freedom from unlawful government action. I believe that we should protect our borders in a way that's firm, but fair and lawful. And I believe that public safety should be led by local law enforcement who know our community, not by federal agents using fear as a tool of control. I believe if somebody is committing violent crimes, they should be removed. And I believe if somebody is here following the process and trying to do things the right way, they should be able to live their life in peace while they do that. No agency, local, state, or federal, should operate without oversight or accountability. And if any enforcement action violates constitutional rights, that is not law and order. That is abuse of power. What you'll get from me is a measured approach and a focus on Pasco County, not national political theater. And you'll get a fierce commitment to protecting the people who live here. Because right now, tension at the national level is spilling into our neighborhoods and people are afraid. So I want to say this clearly to our immigrant neighbors. You belong in this community. You deserve due process. And Pasco should never be a place where people are afraid to live their lives.